Hey, Watchaholics, welcome back. Here we are for episode 7 of Love is Blind season 3. We are back. Oh my God. Okay, so last episode left off with Mr. Alexa's dad, whatever his name is, schooling or really about to ring in Brennan by the episode ending, oh, Alexa's not going to marry some chump. So, episode started off. Now, overall thoughts on this episode. Overall thoughts on this season. It's been great. It's been a great season so far. Let's keep going. I'm really ready to see if it's possible. I was really ready to see if it was possible for people to redeem themselves in this episode, and it just got worse, honestly, guys. It got worse.
That's so upsetting.
Can it get possibly any worse after episode 7? I really don't know. But let's just get into it. But before we get into it, you know the drill. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. If you liked this video, click a like because it really helps me and this channel. And of course, if you are listening on my podcast, hello everyone. Please make sure to rate and review. But let's get into it. So episode 7, basically, like I said, starts off with Brendan and Alexa's dad talking on the couch. And Brendan aces it. 100. I give him 100. He gave great answers. Nothing bland when he asked him why he chose Alexa. He really gave really great answers that weren't just superficial, that weren't just very, not bland was the word from before, but like not generalized, like on the surface. They were very thought out and very, he knows who Alexa is and why he likes her and why he loves her and why he wants to marry her. And I believe him. Out of everyone on the show, out of all the guys specifically, he's the only one that I actually really believe believe. Like he knows that he has chosen the right person, and I believe him. I believe that he's gonna choose her, that he will provide for her, and that he will love her every day. I really, really believe in him, even though his mom does give some interesting comments later on, but we'll get on that. At this point, he has not given me any reason to distrust his love for this woman and his want to marry her. So, Brennan, good job. Good job, buddy. But okay, so then we move on to Matt and Colleen is meeting Matt's family for the first time, and Matt and his mom, they're just carbon copies of each other. Like, he looks just like his mom. They all look very cute. They asked him, like, oh, how's it been? They're like, oh, we've had, like, one argument, and we were able to talk it out. And I was like, did you tell your mom about how you were going to pack your bags, though, after, like, finding out 5 minutes later? You were like, I give up. I give up on this relationship. Did you tell your mom that? Probably not. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't agree with this. I'm pretty sure. And then the mom actually goes and talks to Colleen, and I'm like, yeah, it's a great combo. She's like, yeah, I love your son. And she's like, oh, he's been through so much. Oh. She's like crying, and I'm like, girl, you should go, ma'am, you should go and talk to your son because he needs some serious therapy. He needs some help. Please go and talk to him. He needs some extra assurance and talk about how to be on the show because I truly don't believe he is ready to be on it. But anyway, so then we move on to Cole and Zainab. Cole is showing Zainab. I actually have a friend named Zainab, so that's why I'm like Zainab. Cole and Zay, basically. He is showing her his place and freaking produce reality. They decide to show on TV his toilet with the flies in it. I said, they had to go that hard. Did they plant those, or did he actually have flies in his toilet? Because I don't know how that happens. I mean, I guess he's been gone for like a week, but I've never seen flies in a toilet. Like, have you never flushed? Cole, what is going on? But at least in this apartment, she was not passive aggressive to M. She was just like, yep, well, this is my man's room, my man's apartment at this point. And like, it wasn't horrible, but it was definitely like a 25-year-old, like someone in their 20s, like this is their first place, like a little studio. It is what it is. And then, he goes on to they go on to talk about his family and how they don't support the relationship, they don't support him necessarily. And she's like, oh, like I really would like to meet them. Like, it doesn't have to be on camera. Like, I don't care. Like, it would just be nice. Which, yeah, like from last episode, we feel for her because we know she wants to be a part of his family, to feel that kind of an empty void that she has, even though she has her family. But I don't know, I think she wants to be a part of somebody else's family as well, just to feel that love of like parents. But then we move on to Nancy and Bartise. And guys, I mean, if this takes the cake for one of the worst parental Bartise literally was driving a bus. Nancy was walking in front of it, or in front of it like this, and he go, "Meh, oh man, is she under the bus? Sorry." Threw her under the bus, literally. So she meets his family, and it's his parents and his sister. And he decides to bring up the abortion talk in front of his family, knowing full well that his family is knows full well, not most likely, knows full well that his parents are going to support him and have the same have the same thoughts as him in regards to the abortion. And then you're going to leave freaking Nancy by herself to defend herself about why she believes she should have an abortion. And then you have the sister crying, and I'm like, why is the sister crying? Did we miss a part of the story? What's going on? Like, it was so weird, and it was so weird. It was awkward. It was so ridiculous. I could not believe he brought that up. Dude, that is something you bring up in private, that you talk to each other. You do not bring this up when they're meeting your freaking fiance for the first time. Like, oh yeah, by the way, we've had this talk about abortions. We don't necessarily agree. We're trying to work on it. Like, she wants to have an abortion if our child has like some sort of medical condition. Like, I don't like, why would you bring that up to your family? Dude, no.
The cheek, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, and the gumption.
Oh my God. If Bartise was here, I'd just be like, are you an idiot? Oh my God, I felt so bad for Nancy in that moment. Like, really? Oh God. Ugh, I can't. Anyway, move on to SK and Raven, and this is going to be short because, guys, SK meets Raven's friends, her best friends since like high school, or I forget, middle school, whatever it was, since kids. They, from the get-go, are like, huh, interesting. And then the moment SK says, yeah, no, I'm going to school for 2 years after the wedding in California, one of the friends is like, what? Yeah, no, this isn't going to work. And from that moment on, they were just like, yep, nope, this is not going to work. And then even on like the side interview, they're like, yeah, no, we've never seen Raven in a committed relationship, and she's going to break his heart. This is definitely not going to work. She's not going to do long distance. I was like, oh my. So either she's going to prove them right or prove them wrong, because damn, they were just like, yeah, no, this isn't going to work. I was shook. I was like, not even a sense of hope. They were like, no, long distance is not going to work, and she is not a committed relationship person. And if this is somebody who these two girls know Raven since like she was a child, they know her best, right? I don't know. Or maybe SK will be worth changing. I don't know. But that shit was funny. That killed me. But okay, so then we move on to Alexa and Brennan, and Alexa's meeting Brennan's parents or family, and they go to his like, it's like a big like farm ranch. It's a really beautiful house in the country. It's really, really pretty. I'm assuming in Texas somewhere. They have chickens and a farm, and it was just beautiful. They have a really beautiful home, and everything seems fine. Like Brendan's talking with his dad and I think his brother, maybe, I'm not sure. And they all seem very supportive and happy for him. And they're like, yeah, okay. And then the mom's like supportive too, talking to Alexa on their own. And then she kind of like throws out this comment about how like, yeah, well, when Brennan's scared, he runs. And I was like, this is such a weird comment to throw out, because not at any point in these 7 episodes has Brennan showed any sign of running away, of being scared, of not wanting to be with Alexa. Like, at this point, I mean, we still have a couple of episodes. It might change episode 8. I might retain these words back. But at this point, I haven't seen anything from Brennan saying that he would run away from Alexa or that he's not ready for this relationship. So I thought it was kind of weird that they added that in. I don't know if it was just to like add suspense, most likely, because they are kind of the only ones that aren't having like actual issues within their relationship, unlike the other couples where there's clear differences and clear distinctions that could easily break them up. I don't see that yet with Alexa and Brennan, and the fact that they were kind of bringing this up with the mom, I was like, I thought that was kind of forced. Do you guys think it was kind of forced? I kind of think it was. Just a little bit forced. Then we move on to Nancy and Bartise, and I believe some time has passed. I don't know how much, and I guess a couple of days. It can't be that long, obviously, because it can't be like months, because like they can only get like it's 4 weeks and then you get married. So, or well, I forget how many. I don't know when it is when they get married, but I'm assuming it's been like a day or two. And basically, Bartise is just like, yeah, ever since the dinner, things have changed. Like I don't have the physical attraction for her anymore. It's not the same. Like all this like really sad stuff. And my heart went out to Nancy. Like I just felt so bad. It was so hurtful, and she was just crying so much in this episode. And she was like, I could tell that something's off. I can tell that he's acting different ever since the dinner, and I just want someone to love me as much as I love them. And I'm like, oh girl, we all want that. Don't we all? We all want to be loved as much as we love that person. And the fact that she isn't getting that from Bartise is so horrible. And I feel for her. We've all been in things like that. And I hope that if she's not with him right now, I mean, I unless he does a real 180 at this point, I'm kind of like, unless he does like a true 180, I hope she's not with him. I hope she's in a better place, because Lord have mercy, it's not looking very good. But my heart really went out for her. Really, really did. It was really, really sad. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. Like, it was literally like, what? Like, the next day he was like, well, I'm not attracted to her anymore. Like, what happened? I don't get it. Who knows? But alas, we move on. And guys, this is when the rest of the episode just goes freaking nuts. So we have a bar meetup with everyone we have a bar meetup with the couples again, and then they also invite some people that were on the show, didn't make it to the engagement round, I guess, or whatever, who didn't find love. So we have some people I've never seen before, at least, and then we have Mr. Teardrops in My Eyes. Andrew's back, and of course he's just brought back because we know that they knew at this point that he would probably make good TV. So like, oh, let's bring this guy back. He's also the guy that was in between Nancy and Bartise, and they're having issues. Let's bring back an old flame. Maybe it can cause some, like jealousy. Maybe it can cause some drama, because that is what reality TV is, and that is what producers do. They just will put a scenario. They will set up some moments. They're like, what could really stir some shit up? Oh, let's bring this guy in. Boom. Boom. Now let's see what happens. Roll the cameras. Because, I mean, that is obviously what they were thinking. Did it work? A little bit. Did I care to see Andrew again? No, especially after the whole faking of the eyes thing. I mean, I never really liked him to begin with. I thought he was just fine. But whatever. Then you have Cole, Zaynab, Matt, and Colleen just going back and forth with this freaking thing that happened at the pool. And I'm so over it. Oh my God, so over it at this point.
Again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
Guys, were you over it? Because either Matt needs to move on and trust this girl, or he needs to break up with her, needs to break up and not get married, because this is fucking nuts. Basically, Zaynab brings up the whole situation with Colleen, and Colleen tells her like her side of the story, kind of. And then she's like, oh yeah, like, no, I understand. And then like 5 seconds later is just like bad talking her to Matt. Like, I can't believe she did that. Like, that is so wrong. But then like 5 minutes ago, she was just like, yeah, girl, I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm like, do you know? Do you? So basically, what was I saying? So then she goes and talks to Matt, and then Matt's like, oh, well, she said whatever happens, happens. And she's like, oh, no, she didn't tell me that, which Colleen never said. Colleen never said that. It was just whatever he was creating in his mind. She never said that. But then at this point, then they each go back to their respective couples. Zaynab and Cole are fighting, and I'm just like, over this. I'm like, guys, we need to move on. If not, you guys are not going to make it to the altar, which I don't think they are, but my God. And then with Cole, like, I can understand, like, he was just like, Zay, like, what else do you want me to say? I do not like Colleen. I picked you. Like, what else do you want me to say? And like, I get it. He's frustrated at this point because she just keeps bringing it up. And he does have a point. Like, what else could he possibly say that she's not going to be like, okay, fine, I'm moving on? Like, he can't say anything else because he's already said everything possible that he could say. He's like, okay, no, like, I chose you. I don't like her. Like, it is what it is. And he's like, wait, we should just switch partners. It was, oh my God, it was absolutely just nuts. And then you have Matt going back to Colleen, being like, oh, well, I'm re-triggered again. And she's like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, I thought we were done with this. I thought we moved on. And he's just like, no. But he's just like mad and just being annoying to Colleen. And I kind of felt bad for her because she at this point is like, yeah, everything's great. We talked it out. And then you bring it back up and it's like this pouring salt on a wound. I was like, oh my God, please have this be over. God. Okay, sorry. Then moving on. Then Matt goes and talks with Cole about it. And Matt and Cole just pretty much says, like, no, she never said whatever happens, happens. Like, she just didn't know she just didn't know what to say. She was just being really nice. Like, it wasn't like that. And then Matt's just like, okay, well, do you have any reservations? Like, would you trust her if you were me? And he's just like, yeah, I would trust her. And I'm like, what? You rather get confirmation from the guy, but not from the girl that you're actually going to marry? Stupid. I really liked Matt at first. I really did. I had hopes for him. And right now, he's just beep, going down a long line of just beep. Anyway, so then we also have at this party, and everyone is intoxicated extremely, especially Mr. Bartise. So Andrew and Nancy are talking on the side, and Andrew's just pretty much just asking her, like, oh, do you regret your decision? Do you ever think about me? And she's just like, no. She's like, I'm happy with my decision. I made the right one. But then, a couple minutes into the conversation, she just starts breaking down and is just confiding pretty much in Andrew and just saying that, like, things have just been very different because she doesn't think that Bartise finds her attractive and isn't this blonde, typical type of girl that he usually goes out with. And Andrew's just basically listening and giving, like, regular, normal, like, just normal stuff. Like, yeah, I'm here for you. I think you're beautiful. All that crap that I really just surface level crap. Nothing. Like, his eyes never tell me anything except, like, yeah, I'm just going to say what you want me to say. Something about his eyes. Something tells me that, like, I just never believe anything that comes out of his mouth, especially after the whole tear thing. I'm just like, I don't trust anything you say. But then out of nowhere, freaking Bartise shows up, and you can tell he's intoxicated, like, so much. You can just tell in those eyes of his that he's just like, oh, what's going on? What's going on over here? Like, why are you talking to my girl? Like, should I be jealous? What are you guys talking about? I'm like, dude, like 3 scenes ago, you were talking about how you weren't attracted to her. Then why are you putting on this show, this bravado, being like, oh, yeah, no, like, why are you talking to my girl? Like, making it seem like he cared. I'm like, dude, 10 minutes ago, you didn't care. So why do you care now? Bartise. I literally cannot with you. I cannot. I just needed for it to go away. I just couldn't take it. But anyway, we move on to the end of the night, and Nancy and Bartise are in their apartment, and they were talking about it, and he's still, you can tell, just still intoxicated, and she's just like, like, that wasn't, I want you to love me for me, like, I'm never going to be that girl that you're envisioning with, like, that looks like Raven or is Raven, like, that's not going to be me, and I wish you would just accept that and just love me for who I am. And he's like, well, looks matter, you can't tell me that looks don't matter. And I'm like, then why are you on Love is Blind? If looks don't matter, or if looks matter, then you should not be on Love is Blind, because it's not supposed to be about the looks. Like, yeah, it's great if you do meet someone and you're like, yeah, wow, this is somebody I would date in real life, but that's not what the show is. Why did you go on the show? You knew the chances of it not being, like, your type of person. You're not supposed to go into it like that. Oh my God. He just as the show progresses, it just gets worse and worse for him. But then, guys, this is when production decides to really step it up. So the phone rings, and they pick it up, and it's Matt, and he's just like, guys, do you know where the hell Colleen is? Where is she? Have you guys seen Colleen? I have no idea where the hell she is. And Nancy's like, I think she went to, I don't know, some bar. And then she's like, oh, yeah, she went to the club instead of being at home with her boy. And I was like, oh, God. We're all intoxicated. We're all like really on another level of crazy right now. Everything is heightened to another degree. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know if Colleen told him, like, hey, I'm going to the club, or I don't want to talk to you. I'm mad at you. Like, I don't really know if there was Texas involved. I don't know. It just, at this point, it just makes it seem like Colleen bounced, didn't tell him, and he's just upset because she went to the club and isn't home at 1 a.m. on a Wednesday. It's like a huge deal. But anyway, Bartise Matt is just so pissed. He's like, I'm packing my bags. I'm done. I'm packing my bags. Second time, guys. Second time he said he's packing his bags. Second time. I cannot. I repeat, I cannot. And then Bartiste's like, no, don't leave, sir. I'm going to go and talk to him. He's like 2 doors down. Hilarious. He goes to his apartment, and Matt's still just going off. She's like, she's supposed, like, I can't deal with this. I can't have a woman that's out on a Wednesday at 1 a.m. clubbing when she should be at home with her man. And I'm like, dude, she's like in her mid-20s, 25. She's living her best life. I don't think there's anything wrong. And also, like, it's not like she's working at night. It's not like she's work the next day. Like, let her live her life. She's fine. And you want to know why this is going on? Do you want to know why this is going on? Because he has trust issues. He does not trust this woman because of what he went through with his ex who cheated on him. I thank the Lord I have never ever been cheated on. I can't imagine how horrible that is, but that's clearly what is happening here. He has been cheated on, and he cannot trust this woman because he thinks that she's probably off talking to some other guy, cheating on him. That is what's going on. That is why he's having these reactions this heavily. This is why he thinks he's going to pack his bags. He's going to quit on this relationship. He's going to quit on this whole thing. I'm like, dude, it's been like 2 weeks. You need to... Did you not learn from the first time we reacted like this? I cannot. I feel for him. Like, yeah, it sucks. I'm pretty sure you wanted your girlfriend to hang out with you and be with you. And I understand that. Like, it's not great for your girlfriend to be out clubbing at 1 a.m. But at the same time, it's not like this is happening every single night. Like, this is a one-time thing. She's probably pissed at you because you made her feel like crap by talking about the whole re-triggering of the thing that she thought you were over. She's probably just over it herself. So let her, like, just cool down. For all we know, this is her way of cooling down instead of saying things she doesn't want to say. But then you have Matt over here just being like, I quit. I'm giving up. I'm packing my bags. And this guy legit packed his bags, guys. Like, packed it. It wasn't even like, oh, I'm gonna pack my bags. No, he packed them. I said, sir. And then you have just Bartise just being like, oh, I'm jealous. At least you have what I have. At least you're attracted to the girl you're with. Blah, blah, saying all this stuff. I'm like, dude, watching this back, I hope you're just like, wow, I sound horrible. I sound like a horrible human being. Talking about my fiance who is beautiful. God. We have a couple of episodes to go, guys. The episode 7 ends like this. And is it absolutely nuts? Yeah, and I'm really excited to see episode 8. I haven't seen it at this point, so I'm excited to see the next episode. But yeah, guys, what did you think about episode 7? What did you think about Matt's big blowout there at the end? Like, I don't know. Would you be upset if your person was out at like 1 a.m. on a Wednesday on a reality TV show when you're not working and doing anything? Would you really be mad? I don't know. I just think he took it a little bit too far, packing with the bags. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Guys, you know the drill. If you haven't subscribed yet after watching this and you like this video, click the subscribe button and also click that like button. It's really helpful for my channel, really helpful for me so that I know that you're enjoying these videos. And of course, my podcast listeners, if you are still listening, please do not forget to rate and review. And guys, I will see you, Watchaholics. I will see you all next time for episode 8. Bye.